bring out at different times. Like the shoe trying on walk. It's a weird walk. You never do this walk at any other time in your life. Until you're in the shoe shop. And they hand you one shoe, not two shoes. Despite the fact that you're wearing two shoes, he's wearing two shoes, everyone in the world has two shoes, here's one shoe. And you accept that shoe. Yes, okay, one shoe. I'll imagine a world with the other shoe. And you think, well, I better see if it works. And you start walking around the shop. I like it. I'll take two of these. I think you'll find, pal, that's legal tender. Let's go. This will be my mansion. Who are you on the end?
My name is Five Spies.
Sometimes you're on the phone and people will go, have you got a pen? To take down a number, and you immediately say yes, even though you don't have a pen. We all like to play a little game called Say You Have a Pen, and then try to find the pen before they give the number. So they'll go, have you got a pen? You go, yes, no, I need a pen. Sometimes they start giving the number, you still don't have a pen, it's 0202. Sometimes you never find the pen, and you pretend to take down the number, and you never even get the number, because you feel too embarrassed to go, I lied about the pen. For the last time, my name is Akinkaka. It's alright once you're in. It's actually quite warm in here. I was like you, but look at me now. And welcome to a brand new series about the show. And you hover over the surface, you get the cold on, and you start paddling like a river. Everything changes. It's getting better all the time now. Be brave.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Michael McIntyre.
Yay! This is very nice. This is very nice. You're very nice people. I've judged you as nice. This was a good reception. The lights went down and you were excited. I like it. Come on then. Let's get. You're wearing a Jimmy Carr t-shirt, which puts me slightly on the back foot. Why have you done that? Jesus Christ! You've got the best seat in the house. You've done this on. You've got tattoos. How have you got a tattoo on your arm? Is that Little Britain? It's David Williams and Matt Lewis. Matt Lucas tattooed on your body. You've come here representing every other comedian in the country. I can't see any more of you. I don't know what's going to happen. In 10 minutes, you're going to moon me with John Bishop on your arse. So you're a comedy fan? Did I not make it onto your person yet? You've got a bandage. Is there someone you've just had? What's the bandage? You fell over. Okay. Alright. Okay, well, accidents happen. Well done. Can I get you some merchandise? I'd rather you had a pic. Can we get this lady a picture of me to put on her? Can somebody just get that? Well, just thanks. It's okay. Jimmy's a lovely man, but I've never had to do a show and stare at him the whole time. Is this how you get free merchandise? Is this what you do? It's a genius idea. Anyway, nice to see you. How are you? You alright, man? Come on, man. Let me say hello to everyone, because this place is enormous. Hello to everyone over there. How are you? Nice to see you. Goodness gracious. Hello at the back. You alright? Very good. You alright over there? here we are. I like the fact there are people in the front row looking at the screen, even though I'm standing right here. I know it's very distracting. So here we are, Money, let's go, Friday night. I'm on a health kick. I want to tell you about that, because I've not been well, but I'm good. I'm 90%, 84%. It fluctuates. I've got this thing, I've got this ring. Look at this, do this. This isn't a real ring. It's like a Fitbit, and it's monitoring my heart rate for exercise. So that's basically, so it's counting my steps and things. It's linked to an app, which actually tells me, well, it actually criticises me. I've only had it for a couple of weeks. I basically get messages saying, perhaps later some more exercise, or you're not halfway to your daily goal. Basically, I'm 48 years old, and I've ended up with these two rings, and they're both linked to something that nags me to get off my fat ass. This is where I'm at, ladies and gentlemen. So yes, I had a thing. I basically had a kidney stone. Did you hear about it? Applaud if you heard about it. It was yes, I'm happy that you heard about it. It was in the news. That made me excited. But it was very painful. For many years I've wanted to be able to say and mean it that I've lost the stone. These are the circumstances that I hoped for. The pain is unbearable. Now, people say it's worse than childbirth. Now, when I say people, I mean men, clearly. I can already hear them, feel them sitting there going, don't you even dare. It was horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. And people keep saying to me, I can't wait to hear the jokes. It's going to be hilarious. I'm coming to the show. Are you going to talk about it? You're going to talk about it? Honestly, I will, but it's not funny in my opinion. It's just grim and quite disturbing. So basically, I had this terrible pain. I went to the hospital, they scanned it, and this man, a urologist, he focuses on this area, that's his area. He said, you have a kidney stone, and he said, the best case scenario is that you pee it out. The best case scenario is that you pee a stone out of your penis. That's the best case scenario. I said, well, what happens if that doesn't happen? And by the way, that didn't happen. He said, well, the good news is, he said, I'll go in and get it. And the good news is, he started the sentence with, the good news is, nothing I'm about to say after the words the good news is could ever be described as good news. He said, the good news is, you have a naturally available hole. He said that out loud to me. I told you it was grim. And he didn't register immediately. As soon as he said that, I went, oh right, no, you've got to be kidding. He said, yes, I'll go in there. He did this with his arm. He went, yes, I'll go right in there and I'll take it out. I'll take it out. Then this is everything. This all happened. You should leave for a few minutes again. Brace yourself. Brace yourself. So he said, I'll take it out. Then I'll put this, I've never heard of this, thing called a stent onto your kidney. There'll be a string attached to it. That'll come out of your penis. And then I'll tape it up. I'll tape it up. I said, what do you mean tape it up? He said, just gaffer tape it up for a couple of days. And then 2 days later, you'll come back here and I'll just pull it out. All of that has happened to me in the last 2 weeks. You're looking at me differently, and so do I. I look at me differently too. Then he said, with my wife in the room, he said, but all I ask is for those 2 days while the stent is in, can I just ask you to please refrain from sexual activity? What kind of Casanova do you think I am? How strong do you think are my powers of seduction? I'm going to walk into the bedroom naked with a gaffer-taped penis and a string popping out of the end. Hey, babe. You remember pop-up books? Knock yourself out. I told you to brace yourself. So fortunately, when this gentleman put it to my penis, I can't believe I'm just said that sentence. But this gentleman went in. This was done under a general anaesthetic, so I missed the whole thing. But it was quite weird. When I'm lying in the operating theatre, and there's the doctor there, the surgeon, and a couple of nurses, and an anaesthetist. I mean, I have to say, I was trying to knock myself out. I'm lying there, punching myself in the face. It's just weird to look at a room knowing that everyone's about to spend time with your penis while you're asleep. So the guy put the needle in me. He said, just count back from 10, and by the time we get to 5, you'll be asleep. It's quite fun if you've had it. Everything just goes when you fall asleep. But as I'm counting back, I'm going 9, 8. As I'm counting down, more and more people start to come into the room. They're not nurses. The receptionist walked in. I recognised her. One of them was singing The Wheel. I swear to you. The Wheel. There was someone at the back selling popcorn. Salt or sweet or salt. So this is where I'm at. And now I have to be good. I have to be good. I've got this thing. I've got to be healthy. And water. I have to drink water. I've had so much water. I will probably have to pee several times during the show. But this is good. You should learn from this. Everybody needs to drink, and this is what happens. And alcohol is bad. Alcohol. I'm going to drink. I'm not going to drink for a while. Maybe I will drink soon. But alcohol is Friday night. You're probably drinking. Enjoy yourself. Don't think about the kidney stones. Just enjoy yourself. Yes, it's fine. Alcohol is basically when you have alcoholic drinks to get alcohol. That you people pretend, don't they, that they like drinks, that they like wine and stuff. They don't. It's a delivery system for alcohol. They like the way it makes them feel. The amount of shit that people talk when they're drinking wine. Oh, I'm getting earthy flavours. Oh, I'm getting woodiness. Oh, I'm getting gooseberries. Oh, I'm getting vanilla. It's like a velvety. I'm getting like a velvety. It's just nonsense. Why can't people be honest? Oh, I'm getting pissed. That's why you're drinking it. People don't want to drink wood and earth. It's like whiskey. People go, oh, whiskey, that's my drink. Whiskey. It's disgusting. The first time anybody drinks whiskey, they go, it's burning. That's clearly not very good for you, is it? People are like, oh, you get used to it. Well, then you've got a fucking problem with drink. If you've got used to something that makes you go, Basically, I only drink wine. I've just got to stop drinking wine, but I drink it fast. That's my problem. I didn't used to drink wine fast. My wife and I, we drink as a team. We drink wine as a team, but together. You know what I mean? If she's drinking, I'm drinking, you open the wine, we're both sharing it. But we've been together for 20 years. At the beginning, we would open wine and just have one glass. We would have one glass, we would intend to have a glass, and that we would do. Just one glass, then I'd recork the wine. Those days are long gone. I'd recork it. I'd put it in the corner of the kitchen, then the next day, oh, there's still a bit of wine from yesterday, I just want another glass. A few days later, is this wine still okay? I don't know. It's 5 days now. Those days are over. Now we drink the wine in about 15 minutes. As soon as it's over, it just disappears. And I blame the wine. I don't know if you do this. Like, what is this wine? It's very easy to drink. It's not the wine. It's me that's drinking it easily. Because I'm a kidney stone forming piss pot. So a few weeks ago I made a plan. This was pre-kidney stones. I said, look, every Sunday we have a bottle of wine. We say we're going to have a glass, but we have the whole bottle. So tomorrow, which is Sunday, tomorrow, let's not open the wine. If you don't open it, we're not going to pretend to have a glass and have a whole bottle. We can't have a glass bottle every single Sunday. So don't open it, okay? If you don't open it, I won't open it. Will you open it? No, I will not. Will you open it? No, I will not. Deal? Deal. Cheers to that. We were pissed at the time. Anyway. So the next day, Sunday, I'm drawn to the kitchen because the smells of chicken and onions and garlic and yummy. So I go down and I go, oh, Tanya, I'm starving. What time's it ready? My wife is literally standing in the kitchen, holding a glass of wine. As soon as she sees me, she's like, shit. And she just faces the wall. She's not camouflage, she's this far. She's just standing there. Then she tries to edge out of the room. I'm like, what are you doing? So, oh, sorry, are you referring to the wine? I said, yes, we said we wouldn't open it. She said, I know, I didn't want to, it's just I had to. I had to open the wine, you see. For the gravy. You see, for the gravy. It needs gravy, said the chicken, so I thought I'd just open it. Needs wine. So I thought I'd just, and seeing as it was open, I thought I'd just have a drop. This is the terminology that we use to make ourselves feel like we're not drinking. Just a drop. Let me tell you how much wine was in my wife's enormous wine glass. Just a drop. If you went to the optician, and the optician said, put one drop in each eye daily, nobody in their right mind would get 2 glasses of wine and pour that much eye drops to the top and then pour that into their eyeballs. Nobody. Then she looks at me, she's like, would you like a drop? It's like time stood still when I came out with another classic. Well, maybe just a splash, splash. Before you know it, we've dropped and splashed away to the entire bottle in approximately 12 minutes. You do have a drop, the last drop, when you realise, shit, we've done it again. We just had a whole bottle of wine and we planned not to. It's my fault, Michael, I should never have opened it. No, it's my fault, I shouldn't have joined you, it's terrible. We've done it again, I'm ashamed. But then I said, hang on, stop. We haven't had a bottle of wine because you used some for the gravy. To which she said, no, I haven't made the gravy yet. Oh, we're not having lunch without gravy, darling. Seeing as it's open, would you like a drop? I think I'll have a little splash myself. I don't remember lunch, but we had a pretty fun day. And I started recommending we have gravy now, with most meals. What's for dinner tonight? Pizza! I think we should try that with gravy. We should experiment and go to the off-license. So it's nice. It's nice to be out. Isn't it nice to... Do you know what is nice? That everybody's out and nobody's on their phone. Not a person. Look at it. It's a sea of darkness. Not a person. I know. You should enjoy it while it lasts. Because as soon as the show is over, we'll be back on the phone. Because we are all addicted. I'm horribly addicted. I'm so addicted to my phone that I've started to believe the weather app more than the sky. My wife came home the other day and said it's pouring outside. I just flicked on the app and went, no it isn't. It's not raining till 2 p.m. And TikTok is becoming an issue. Don't go on TikTok if you haven't been. It's odd, it's addictive, and it just gives you videos. You don't know what it is. It just gives you videos. You just scroll and it gives you something. You don't know what's going to come up. There's an algorithm that sort of gets to know you by how much you watch stuff. And it just serves you entertainment without you typing it in. You don't type it in. It just gives you stuff. And I've got a little bit of a problem with the algorithm. The algorithm thinks I'm some kind of a pervert. I'm not a pervert. I never typed it in. I'll be scrolling and then suddenly there's some lady and she's quite confident in her own skin. She's on the beach. Everything's bouncing around. My crime is hesitation. All I do is momentarily hesitate because of thousands of years of evolution of man. And then I'm like, well, come on, Michael, get a hold of yourself. And then I'm not literally. And then I come on. We're better than that. But it's too late. Then you just scroll to it's just arse after arse after tits after arse. Not good. I'm on my phone too much. Even at night, even in bedtime, I bring it into the bed. Not good, because my wife, she judges me for it. She doesn't bring. She says I never bring the phone into the bedroom. I leave it downstairs. In the morning, I go to get it because at the end of the day, you've got to relax your mind. I read a book. I just calm myself down, have a good night's sleep. But I'm a lunatic on my phone. And she says, put it down. You've been on it too much, and I do. You have to behave. I guess, I'm sorry. I know. I put it on my side table. Not all the way on, just on the lip. Because as soon as she's asleep, that's coming back. So I'm addicted to it. That's her, by the way. That's her side.
been together for 20 years. She's always been there. I don't know what happens. You just pick a side, don't you? For the rest of your life, for the whole of your relationship, you're there, I'm here. Have you ever been over? Have you ever been over to your partner's side? It's one of the oddest things you can do in your home. Just shuffle over in the bed going, whoa, what has happened to the room? It looks so weird from here. How do you sleep here? It's kind of, the TV's at such an odd angle, the door. It's like on top of me. I don't like it. I can't go on her side anyway, because we have this special mattress that we have made. When we went to buy a mattress, the guy in the shop, he said, what do you want from your mattress? Do you want it firm or soft? I said, I want it firm, the firmest, actually, the firmest. I'm a big guy. I like firm, really super firm, the firmest you have. My wife's like, are you joking? Sorry, are you joking? I want the softest. I love a soft mattress, but I love a firm mattress. But I want a soft mattress. I'm like, should we just have medium? Just compromise, have medium? And the guy working there said, no, don't worry, we can do both. We can do it, and that's what we have. That's what we have now. It's one mattress. It looks like one mattress, but underneath it's split. And on my side is the firmest that you can get, and on her side is the softest that you can get. And I know you're thinking, well, that's lovely. You're both happy. No, I didn't think it through. That's not how it's planned out at all. So the result of this is when I roll over, you see, to try and initiate some level of intimacy, as soon as my body weight goes onto her side, we sink rapidly. Like she smashes her head. I end up on top of her. She smashes her head on the base. Ow! Michael! You've really hurt my head! Get off me! Now, I don't know what goes on in your relationships, but ow! You've really hurt my head! Get off me! It's not a sign that foreplay is going to plan. So she's like, go back! Go back! Unfortunately, I can't, you see, because the distance, you see, the firm side it's up here, whereas we're sunken down here. It's like a ski slope, and I can't get my leg. So what are you doing? Get your leg over! So I was trying that in the first place. Stop joking! You're crushing me! You're crushing me! Go the other way! So I have to roll off the other side. Unfortunately, as soon as I get out, she rebounds and it throws her up in the air. I have to walk around apologising. Sorry, darling, I'm so sorry. Is your head okay? I won't try that again. Maybe on our anniversary we can make a plan. But I'm sorry I hurt your head. You're always welcome on my side, on the firm side. There's a few firm things over here if you'd care to investigate. It's an open invitation. So I wait for her. I wait for her to go to sleep. I wait for her to get ready for bed so I can get my phone back because I'm addicted to my phone. I wait for her to close the book, glasses off, lamp off. Night, Michael, love you. Sleep well. You too, darling. Sleep well. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow morning. See you tomorrow morning. Then she makes the room perfect. I can sleep anywhere. No, not my way. She likes to have the room perfect conditions for sleep. She likes to have the room something she calls pitch black. Dark, not dark. Pitch black. Dark. She looks for light in the darkness before criticizing me. Sorry, Michael, I don't think you've done a very good job, have you? Of closing the curtains tonight. You do know that I like it pitch black dark. What are you talking about? Could you see? You could just squint, you could just make out there's just a tiny little bit of light, just a little flicker of shard of light just flicking the back wall. Can you see it? If you squint, you could just about make it out. Well, I think I can see it now, darling, but we're not sleeping over there, standing up, facing the window. We're sleeping over here. But Michael, I do like it pitch black, dark. Well, why don't you try closing your fucking eyes? I feel like that's an excellent solution to your dilemma. Do you know you have two blackout blinds built into your own face? Isn't that amazing? You can lower them automatically. They're like automatic blinds. Darling, I don't think you need to be rude. You know I like it pitch black dark. Sort it out. I have to get out of bed. I have to get all the way to the curtain. I have to close it. I kick the bottom in case any light. I wait for her announcement. That's it. Thank you. Thank you. That's pitch black dark. Now I have no way of finding my way back to the bed. I'm stubbing my toe on the chair and walking on dog toys. Then it's so quiet. Everybody's bedroom is this quiet. People want it quiet. The problem is you hear yourself digesting. It's odd, isn't it? Like all of our tummies are right now digesting food, but you can't hear it. But when you're lying in bed, you start to hear it. It's so quiet. You're in that sort of trying to get to sleep zone. And then you'll just hear this. You don't even know if it's your own. So is that you or me? I think it was you. I don't know. Sometimes I think they're chatting to each other. You're right, I think our tummy just told my tummy it jerked out. The other night we had an Indian takeaway. It was like Jurassic Park in there. But then there's that weird moment when you feel the results of the digestion. Now, I'm no biologist. I don't know what goes on. But there's that odd moment when you feel fart moving into a final holding chamber. It just sort of pauses. And you know you have a decision to make. We have a full fart chamber at 100% capacity, awaiting decision. Release or retreat, release or retreat. Release 20%, release 20%. Mute audio, mute audio. We have 80% remaining, 80% remaining, awaiting decision. Reverse fart, reverse fart. It's an odd thing. I think we need to talk about it. It's an odd thing when you refuse fart and you send it back into your body, and you're quite proud when you send it back. When it disappears, you're like, wow, I didn't know I had that ability. But you can't share it. I can't say, darling, I've just farted back into my own body. Can you imagine? You just have to quietly celebrate. Well, that went really well. Sometimes she gets out of bed. And she was like, darling, where are you going? Well, I'm just going to pee. As soon as she's out the door, change of plan, release everything, mute, unmute. Yawning, that's another sign. It's another sign of tiredness. It's a sign of tiredness that nobody understands. Nobody understands the yawn, what the hell is going on. I think we should all just take a moment to think about how odd it is that every single day our mouths will open as wide as they can. For no apparent reason. You don't get anything from it. And they open beyond what is you're capable of. With that noise, you have to go, and then the people it's bloody weird. Sometimes you see people just staring at you mid-yawn. And you can't suppress it. You can't get rid of it. There's no reverse yawn. You just have to take it. You feel the yawn. If you try and suppress it, it's just weird. You have to divert it to your nose and your ears. You just... It's a losing battle. If you want to talk, you have to talk through that noise. That's not even the weirdest part. The weirdest part is that it's contagious. How does that make sense? How does it make sense that one person will go, and another person will see that and respond with their own, You've got me going, no, how did I get you going? I just went, it's like some lost note of communication. I was in the car the other day. It's a traffic light. I looked in my rearview mirror. There's a guy behind. I don't even know this man. He's just sitting in his car yawning. I had no choice but to automatically reply with my own. So a woman walking across the So I wait for my wife. She goes, I wait for her breathing to change. You know, I know when she's asleep because it goes from quiet to she sounds like an astronaut. Suddenly you'll just hear this. That's when I have the confidence to slowly slide my phone back into my life. Now this is a key window. You have to lower the brightness immediately. Because an iPhone on full brightness should be up in a second. It's like summer search parties coming, shining lights in a face. So lower the volume because sometimes I forget to lower the volume. And then I go on like TikTok and big rap music comes on and she's bolt upright. She catches me red-handed. It's like, what's going on? What are you doing on your phone? Sorry, darling, I was just checking the time. What, on that woman's arse? I know. It's the algorithm. I never typed it in. Once I did this, there's a button on the side of the phone that kills the volume and kills the screen. So she wakes up and I'm like, I just got to push that button and this is fine. I will survive this. But I didn't know which way up the phone was. So I pressed them both at the same time. And I took a screenshot. My wife woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning to be photographing tits on my phone. Michael, what the fuck are you doing, darling? I am 100% innocent. I never typed it in. It's the algorithm. Sometimes she stirs though. She comes over to me. Because the dream is when I'm on my phone and she's over here. And sometimes she stirs in her sleep. She comes over to me. In the dim light of the iPhone, I can see her chin on my shoulders and her eyelids fluttering on her eyeballs. I'm like, if they pop open, I'm in big trouble here. So I get a little gap between us. I go right on the edge of the bed. And I build a mountain of pillows. I block her off. Like Jenga, because I've got a lot of pillows. They're not for sleeping, they're for decoration, she said. But the house isn't open to the public. Nobody gives a shit what the bed looks like. But I store them, and I build them, and I build a foundation, and I build them right up here so she can't, so I can just scroll on my phone and she's over there and she's got no idea what I'm doing. And the other night I was scrolling, and the mountain's up. And something makes me jump, like there was a fox or something in the garden, and I was startled. You can see what's happening, I'm startled. You can see I dislodged the mountain, and a few pillows fell off the peak. And on the other side, I could not, and still cannot, believe my eyes. My wife, also on her phone, using my mountain as a shield. We didn't say a word to each other. We just both, equally humiliated, rebuilt the mountain. I sent you an emoji though. I sent you the eyes. I saw you. She sent me that one. I'm ashamed. That's a good one, isn't it? I'm so sorry. Can't believe it. Then I sent you the kissy one with the heart. Then she sent me a thumbs up. I thought, goodness. I'm in here, so I rolled over, we both sunk to the bottom, she smashed her head on the base, and that was the end of that. Oh, you can clap and I can have a drink and not get a kidney stone. Let's do that. I'm so sorry, but if I dehydrate, they'll have to put another tube in me. So if you could please just let me have this ready to this. So yes, emojis, this is how people communicate now. This is the young people. This is what they do, emojis. Nobody has to write anything anymore. People are getting stupider. I wouldn't say I'm getting stupider, I'm always stupid. I thought when I was growing up I would understand things like spelling. It's the same. I have the same. I have to think, I'm so confused by things. Every time I write, certain words unnecessarily, I don't even get close. Unnecessary, I don't have to spell it. And I don't even, you know when you're writing and you look at the word check, I have no suggestions. It just says, I don't know. I don't even know what we're trying to do. The computer thinks I've just fallen asleep or had a stroke. Just gibberish. Weather, is it weather? I don't know, weather. your affect. Inquiry, I don't know. There. Is it there? Or is it there? Or is it there? Is it there? And you judge people when they make a mistake. When you get a text and someone puts there and they spell it wrong, you're like, fucking idiot. But you know you do it. There. I think it's overly complicated anyway. I was thinking they're there to help you. They're there to help you, but they don't help. It's confusing. Like pH. Why pH? Why is it f? Why is it we got a f? Use the f. What's wrong with the pH? F. It's pathetic. None of it makes sense. And there are letters in words that are silent. They just sit there for no reason for the rest of the time. Well, why don't we get rid of them for starters? What the hell are they doing? The word hour. Why is there an H? No, it's an H. No one in history has ever said, I'll see you in a hour. I'll see you in a hour. How long is the journey? About half a hour. Normally it takes me about half a hour. Why is there an H? Bullshit. Why is subtle? Why is there a B in the middle? Subtle should be spelled S-U-T-L-E. Everybody knows that. But there's a B. Subtle. The B is like, sorry, don't mind me. I'll just stay here. I'm just here to confuse people. I'll stay here. Shh, I won't say a word. But why? All the K and what's the K doing in the front of an N word? I think there should be a day. Why don't we just give them one day at least? Silent Letter Day, where all the silent letters come out to play on this one and only day. It would be on a Wednesday. It would be on a Wednesday. Silent Letter Day. In the autumn. The autumn. Or it could be in February. It could be in February. Or the autumn. And we would all spend the day going for walks. We would go for walk. We would be walking and talking. We would talking and walking and knitting. We would do knitting and climbing. Knife. We would on Silent Letter Day, you are only allowed to eat with a knife. Everyone gets given one knife. And you have to eat lamb and sandwiches. Sand with gnomes. Gnomes would be the symbol, like Father Christmas on Christmas. The gnome is the symbol of Silent Letter Day, and everybody you give your gnome as a present, happy Silent Letter Day. You hide it in the cupboard, and you wrap it up, your gnome. You cut the wrapping paper with scissors, you wrapping paper, and you give your gnome happy Silent Letter Day. Oh no, I forgot, is it really Silent Letter Day? Honestly it is. You should have known this. Because you never listen. You never listen to what I tell you. You never listen. Be in no doubt, it is Silent Letter Day. And at the end of the day, you will celebrate with champagne. You will have a glass of champagne. And when you are knackered, you will go to sleep at the midnight hour. Good. Every time I do that, I try and add another one. Listen was tonight's edition. So I've got teens myself. I've got two boys. You know them. You know my boys. They're getting older now. This happens. And you know, they're 18 and 15. I've started to give them some independence now because I'm a very overprotective father. I'm a smotherer. I know some parents here are quite liberal. That's not me. That's not my style. I'm a warrior. I think they're going to get hurt every second of the day. I'm a warrior. But I've got to do better. I've got to be honest. I've got a little bit better. Because at my peak, I'll tell you the peak. The peak was when my eldest used to play football every weekend. And he was like 15 years old. And all the parents would come and watch. And it's a weird age, 15, because they're all at different stages. All the boys are at different stages of development. Because puberty doesn't happen like at once. You know, so you've got some boys at 15, they're still boys, they're still kids. You know, they're running around going, pass it here, pass it free. Why don't you pass? If I'm free at the corner, it's a corner, I'll take it. I'll take it. Penalty, referees, penalty. Referees, penalty to us. Penalty to us. But then you've got other boys that are on the turn, they're like, you've got hair popping out and spots and beer. Some kid by the corner flag with an unwanted erection. But there's always one kid that goes first, big hormone surge. Might have been you, but you'll definitely remember who it was. You'll definitely remember who it was at school, the one that just went first in the football. It was this little Spanish kid, Carlos. He was tiny, He went from being the smallest to the biggest. It was crazy. He was this sweet little, used to score all the goals. Like, okay guys, see you next season. Adios. He comes back next year. Everybody thought it was his dad. It's one of the weirdest men. It's like 6'4". The coach is like, can I help you, mate? Yes, it is I, Carlos, from us here. You don't remember me. He's got a beard, he's got a moustache, he's got long hair, he's got tattoos, and a guitar. Bamboleo! Bamboleo! That is a game, man. So I said to my son, I said, stay away from Carlos, stay away from the pubic ones, because they will hurt you. They should have their own team, they should have a pubic team. But of course he didn't listen to me. So he's in this match, and the ball runs free, and he's like, I'll get it, mine, I'll get it, mine, my ball. On the other team, typically, bloody Carlos. He's like, hold my guitar. I will retrieve the ball for the team. He's literally growing as he runs. Muscles are bulging. He's shaving the centre. He's flirting with the mums on the touchline. How you doing? I mean, the guy's out of control. Anyway, he misses the ball and he kicks my son's leg. Like, bang, 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 bang. Now, I don't know if my son screamed. I wouldn't have heard it. Because I screamed so loudly. And then I ran on. I told you it was embarrassing. I ran on the field of play. All the other parents were like, where's he going? I stood over my son who was writhing in pain and I uttered 3 words that, yes, I regret. But that's the point of the story. I started with, darling, followed by, daddy's here. Should have seen his face when he opened his eyes and saw me. I was like, oh my God, Dad, what are you doing? What are you doing on the field, Dad? What are you even doing? Piss off! Dad! Piss off! What are you doing on the field, Dad? What are you doing? Piss off! I said, well, you need to change your language. Fuck off. This was the exact moment. His voice broke. It's nice to be able to pinpoint it. He was in the car going, what could you do that to me, Dad? You really pissed me off, man. Twat. People didn't know who I was. Carlos was like some Chinese man that's just run straight on the field. If somebody ordered a Deliveroo, I could murder a single That's not even the most embarrassing one. Thankfully, there was another dad who actually is more smothery and worried about his son than I am, because the same thing happened to his kid, and it was actually worse. I know you're thinking how could it be worse when I met him. So this guy, his kid Daniel, he gets kicked by one of the puberts. Not Carlos, but the Hefka challenge. He runs on too. He runs on pitch just like I did, except he had a medical pack with him. He's not a physio, he's a chartered accountant. He's just so worried about his son. And he had the spray, the cold spray, you know, the spray that they can have in the Premier League. And he starts running, and he's so desperate to get to his darling son Daniel that he starts spraying as he runs. I don't know why. I think he wants to arrive and spray. He's frantic, so he's like, Daniel! Daddy's coming! Daniel, I'm coming! Oh! You could hear that something wasn't right with him. Anyway, it turns out that he had frozen his own face with his hand because he was running into his son was fine, his son was walking around, but he was in a terrible state. Dad, you're right, what's wrong? He's like, Uncle, I'll tell him, please, help you. I can't help you. I can't help you. But the split on my fin, I can't also, he had frozen his tongue, so he couldn't make a D. He couldn't make a D, so he couldn't say Daniel. Daniel sounded more like anal. I'm telling you, it was embarrassing. So he comes back and he stands on the side of the pitch with the other parents. He's like, oh God, do you see? Sorry God, did you see that? I was real embarrassing. Do you see? So, yes, we saw. I actually filmed some of it if you'd like to see for yourself. So you that, please? Can you? I said, I will really delete it, but I'm telling you, it's a sign, isn't it? Because a few weeks ago, I ran on and I did the same thing, and I really embarrassed my son, and what you've done is embarrassing, and I think we've got to learn that they're getting older, that we've got to give them their independence, their freedom, they're not kids anymore, they're just not kids anymore. He said, yeah, I'll call you, and they're not kids anymore. It's just that I love anal so much. What? You think about anal all day? I do have this Asian thing going on. Now, you know this about me. Nobody knows quite what's going on. I haven't actually explored my ancestry. I just want to tell you the story, it's funny. Even my dog has now mistaken me for an Asian person. So, I took my dog for a walk the other day. It was the only job we'll exercise again. He's very lazy, he's a little fluffy dog. He walks behind me, I always have to look behind him. Mac is his name, Mac, come on, hurry up, come on. If you keep having to, every time I walk, Mac, come on. Anyway, so I look round. And he's gone, I lost my dog. I thought he was just peeing in the bushes or something. I wasn't panicked, I was a bit like, I was calm. I was like, Mac, has anyone seen a little fluffy dog? Mac, where are you? Anyway, then I started to panic and I lost him. I basically lost my dog at any time. I found him. I found him following a fat Chinese man wearing glasses. He was obviously like having a pee, and they looked up, saw this fat Chinese man and went, that's Michael, and then followed on. This was quite fun. So I went up to him, I was like, Mac, what are you doing? I'm here. And the way he looked at me, and then back to the Chinese guy, and then back to me, and then back to the Chinese guy, as if to say, how many of you are there? I won't try to lose weight. I'm not blaming my wife. But she has this psychological thing that maybe some of you have. Because when she eats food, she always leaves a little bit. It's a control thing. So she wants the last bite, but she wants to know that she's in control of the food and the food isn't controlling her. So she's like, I've had enough. Even though she has it up there, that's enough. Every single meal, one bite there. Now I live with her. And I have the opposite psychological disorder. When I see food available, I eat it, I put it in me. When cutlery goes together, I'm allergic to the situation. So, okay, if you're finished, come on then, pass it to Daddy. If you're finished, pass it to Daddy. I should clarify, this isn't home, this scene, just your mind's eye. I don't wander through restaurants going, if you're finished, pass it to Daddy. If you're finished, pass it to Daddy. Pass it to Daddy. Every single morning my wife has a a piece of toast, one piece of toast, and she always leaves a little bit of crust, just a corner bit. I can see thousands of them in my mind, because every single day, I eat it every single day. I come downstairs, I look for it, there it is, that goes in. Every time we have potatoes, she leaves one. And I put it in me every single time. If she wants 4 potatoes, why does she put 5 potatoes on her plate? If she wants 2 potatoes, why does she put 5 potatoes on her plate? Every single time. Are you finished with that? I lean over with my fork, I stab it, I have another potato. The other day we had gnocchi. I don't even think she likes it. I had my whole bowl. She had like 20% of her gnocchi. Have you finished? Yes, I have. Swap bowls. I had 1.8 gnocchi. The point is that you can see her, she's tiny. There's nothing of her. She's a tiny, slim lady. But there's food that she put on her plate that is supposed to be in her. And I carry it around on her behalf. You should look at us as a collective. I'm happy to show you. There they are. That is her crust. That's 20 years of crust that I'm helpfully carrying around on myself for her. Here are her potatoes spread evenly on her bottom. These are her gnocchi boobs. There you go. She should have much bigger tits, but I've got half of them on me. We call them gnocchas. It's something we've chatted about. I did go on the diet once. It wasn't even a real thing. It was a misunderstanding. I think it was like a technical pitch. It was in the airport, the E-gates, you know, the E-gates. When the immigration is normally a person, you know, the person when you give them your passport, when they look at you, when they look at the passport, you have to be you, all you have to do is be you. You make the face that you think is you, they look at you, and you stand there and go, yes, I'm me. It's a very and then they go through, I believe you're you. You're right to believe I'm me. But in the E-gates, it's all digital. You get through, there's a door, and you get trapped, it locks you in. You go, God, I hope I get out of here. Business people are amazing at it. Have you seen business people? They don't even stop because they're so well traveled. They just go in. And off they go. We're not like that. We're not like that. We can't even find the photo page. I don't even think I have one. So I go into the E-gates, right? You put your feet on this, your feet thing, and you put my passport on the scanner. And you look at the screen and you're standing there trying to be me. That's what I'm trying to do, be me. And then it comes up on the screen, it says, please remove your glasses. Because you can't have your glasses on because it blocks your face. And I completely understand it's trying to look at your face, who you are, not you with glasses. I had no issue with that, so I took my glasses off. Then it said new information. It said, I've no idea what it said. Because I'd taken my glasses off, and that's why I wear glasses, so I can see things. So I put my glasses back on. Unfortunately, as soon as my eyeballs went over my lenses, it reverted to the previous instruction, please remove your glasses. So I tried really hard to catch. It wasn't working. So I waited for a person to walk past who worked there. I said, please, hello, can you help me? She said, what's the problem? I said, it's telling me to take my glasses off. She said, you're not allowed glasses in the E-gates. I said, I know that. It's just that when I take my glasses off, there's further information. I can't read it. That's why I have glasses, you see. I use glasses to help me read in the distance. If you're going to tell people to take their glasses off and then give them more information, how do you expect to read it? May I suggest you have like a bigger font or something? She said, okay, I'll pass on your comments, but what do you want from me? I said, all I need you to do is please just read it to me. She said, sorry, of course. Let me just get my glasses. And off she went. So she comes back and she reads it to me. And it actually said, only one person. It thought I was 2 people. I don't know if it was scanning me from left to right or weighing me, but the machine concluded 2 people were standing in it. And she just turned to me and went, one of you needs to step out. Are you out of your mind? So that was it. I was like, I've got to lose weight. I've been identified as 2 people. Because I watched other people go in, no problem at all. Off the way. No, it didn't stop then. So I knew how much I had to lose. I had to lose 50% of my body weight. And I was motivated, you know? Because sometimes you're motivated for the diet. Rarely. And normally when I'm full, that's when I'm full. When I'm full, I'm normally like, that's it. I think I'm in it. I'm serious about this now. I'm not gonna eat for a while. I'm gonna diet. Until half an hour later, I'm starving! It's amazing, it's like Christmas. It's amazing how much you can eat, isn't it? When you're allowed to not stop. It's amazing how you can keep going. This is Christmas, because Jesus was born, you see, so we celebrate it by eating until we're sick. It's a very important way of celebration. This is a Christian thing. There are other religions, like Muslims and Jewish people, they have holidays, they starve themselves. Christians look at the Bible for opportunities to eat to excess. They look at the life of Jesus as a way of eating a lot of food. This is basically my take on things. I'm not a religious person, but you've got Christmas, then you've got this thing called Lent. Now Lent is when Jesus, he starved himself for 40 days and 40 nights. But before he did that, the day before he had a big meal, then he starved himself. And Christians have looked at the big meal day. They're like, that's a day we should focus on. Let's celebrate that day. We'll ignore the starving bit. Let's eat pancakes on that day until we're sick. Should we do that? We'll eat pancakes until we're sick. Jesus, he died actually terrible. He died on the cross, terrible. Sacrifice, terrible. On the cross, you say. Let's put the symbol of a cross onto a hot bun and we'll eat those until we're sick. That's what Jesus, I think that's why he died. Hot cross buns, cinnamon. I like cinnamon as well. Then what happened? He came back from the dead. Amazing. Yes, he was resurrected from the dead. Right. What are we going to do about that? Well, we don't actually care about the story because we've already made our decision. We're going to hide chocolate in the garden and eat till we're sick. That's what Jesus would have wanted. I think that was his plan. So I go away. I've been identified as two people. I'm going to America. Now I'm going to Beverly Hills, Los Angeles. It's all paid for, business trip. I'm depressed because I've been identified as two people. So I'm serious about dieting. It's breakfast. I'm on my own. I'm sitting at breakfast. I'm looking at the menu. What am I going to order? I know what I want. I want eggs Benedict. I want eggs Benedict. You know, it's got my eggs, muffin, and eggs, and hollandaise sauce, bacon on the top. Yummy. But I'm not going to lose weight having eggs Benedict. So I looked at the healthy side of the menu. I saw this thing called egg Vitamine. Egg Vitamine with spinach. Egg Vitamine with spinach. It's barely food. Why would you take the yolk out of an egg? If I have an egg, I feel like I'm doing well. Why would you take the best bits out? People only eat eggs to build up to the yolk bit. You just eat around the yolk before you go, yolky! Why would you deny that? You don't see big, funky, fat, orange people and go, they've over-yolked, they're big yolkers. So I'm deliberating. Am I going to have the egg white omelette? Am I going to have the eggs Benedict? Am I going to be a good person or a bad person? And while I'm doing this, I see a supermodel. It's a very fancy hotel. A supermodel walks into breakfast. Everyone's there. I don't know her name, but I recognize her from the algorithm. I never typed it in. So she comes in. She's all yoga trousers and tiny waist and hair, and everything's amazing. She's pouting like this. Because this is what models do, they pout. You think it's to look sexy, but it isn't. It's because they're so hungry that their faces are trying to find food. A waiter walked past with a croissant, she got dragged behind him. So she sits near me. And I'm thinking, you know what, whatever she orders, I'm going to copy her, because she's a tiny person, and I'm going to follow her lead. I'm going to live my life as she lives hers. So the waiter goes over there, says, what would you like? She says, can I get the eggs Benedict, please? Can I get the eggs Benedict, please? I thought, bloody hell, I wasn't expecting that. Then she said, but could you just ask the chef, just a few things, just for me if it's cool? Could you ask, just serve it with no bacon? No bacon for me. Also, sorry, the sauce that it comes in, no sauce at all. You want sauce on the side? No sauce. No bacon, no sauce. Also, the muffin, it's quite starchy, so no muffin. Also, the egg yolk. no yolk for me. And maybe just to jazz it up a little bit, could you add something? I don't know, like some spinach or something? Is that cool? So basically what she did is she turned the eggs Benedict into an egg white omelette with her chef instructions. And I thought, pretty good idea. So the waiter comes over to my table. Have you decided? Yes, I have decided. I've decided to be healthy, and I'd like the egg white omelette with spinach. But if you could please just ask the chef if he could add a muffin, if you have a muffin. I think hollandaise sauce would work well with the dish. Maybe lob some bacon on the top if you have some. And I think it's time to reunite the yolk with the white. They are family after all. And I don't want the spinach. You can give it to the skinny lady with the stupid lips over there. That's so right. But I have deceived myself. You call it diet, by ordering healthy food and adding fatty food to it. So I was feeling bad about myself, and it's lunchtime now, same day I'm in my hotel room, I'm going through the room service menu. I was like, I've got to sort this out. I phoned my wife in London, help me lose weight. I've been identified as two people. You're married to two men, darling. You're in a throuple. You're in a polygamous relationship. She said, what are you talking about? I said, please just help me. I'm going to go through the room service menu. Tell me what to order. I want to lose weight. So we go through the menu. We stumble upon this thing called rice bowl with chicken and vegetables. Rice bowl with chicken and vegetables. She said, that's what you should order. If you're serious about this, that's what you should order. It's balanced, it's good for you. I would eat that. I wouldn't finish it, but I would eat that. So I did. I ordered it. Rice bowl, chicken and vegetables, boring. Normally when room service is coming, I'm excited because it's pizza, it's club sandwich. But this time, rice bowl, chicken and vegetables. There's a knock on the door. The waiter comes in. He wheels the food in. He says something so quiet to me. He just looks at me and says, would you like me to set this up on the floor for you, sir? I didn't know what was happening. My brain couldn't fully understand why he said this to me. Why would I want to eat on the floor? And then I thought, it's the Asian thing again. He's being racist. He thinks I'm going to sit on the floor, so I was quite taken aback. I was firm with him. I said, no, I will be eating this on the table. Please could you set it up on the table? So he pops it on the table. Then he obviously wants a tip. I don't have any money, I've got no dollars, I've got no pounds. I start frisking to show him that I know what he wants, but it's a fruitless frisk. I know I'm not going to find anything. So I went round, I might have gone round one too many times. It was starting to get a little bit creepy. Then I went to my inside pocket and he was so focused on my hand as it emerged for money that I panicked and I gave him the thumbs up. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for your service. So he clearly hated me, and he left. So I ate this rice bowl, chicken and vegetables, and it's a nice hotel, so it was well presented. It was on like an artisan bowl. It was blended. There was a wafer and a finger bowl, and I ate it. It was pretty disgusting, but I was proud of myself. I finished it. And I picked up the tray to put it in the corridor, and on my way past, I saw this room service menu, quite big pink thing, the room service. I thought, that's a bit weird, because that's not the one I opened. I thought, well, what's that? What have I used if that says room service? So I went over to the menu that I'd ordered from, that was open next to the phone, and I looked on the front of that, and I still can't believe what it said. It said, dog menu. Only in Beverly Hills would there be a menu for dogs. I've eaten dog food, because they all have these little chihuahuas and shit in their handbags. They've got their dog food. And suddenly it all makes sense. When the room service man wheeled it in and said, would you like me to set it up on the floor? That's because it's dog food. Dogs eat on the floor. So the reality of that encounter was him saying, would you like me to set it up on the floor? I have dog food. He basically came in with dog food. I have dog food here for the dog. Would you like me to set up the dog food on the floor for the dog to eat? That's what he was meaning. To which I replied, no. I will be eating the dog food on the table. Put the dog food on the table for me to enjoy. Thank you. And be gone with you, my friend. Thank you for your service. Disgusting. I can still taste it. Also, because my brain was not thinking, why would I be thinking I'm eating dog food? My brain was thinking healthy food, and I've never eaten healthy food before. So I just accepted, and I couldn't see what was in front of me. Like it wasn't an artisan bowl, it was a dog bowl. It was a dog bowl. It wasn't blended, it was mushed like dog food. But my brain was like, oh, blended, healthy food, oh, blended. It wasn't a wafer, it was a dog biscuit. I was dolloping dog food onto a dog biscuit. It wasn't a finger bowl. I'm sitting there, ooh, finger bowl's a fucking drink for the dinner. So I must have brushed my teeth about 40 times. And then when I calmed down, what upset me was the man who dropped it off. I thought, there's a bloke in the world who thinks I eat dog food. He could see me on YouTube or something and go, hey, I know that guy. He eats dog food. He was in the hotel, Michael McKintrey or something. Yeah, he ate it all up too, like a good boy. He's a good boy, that Michael McKintrey. So I came up with a plan to reverse it. I was quite proud of myself. I ordered human food. From the human menu, I ordered spaghetti bolognese, and I waited for the knock on the door, and I rehearsed the whole thing on my own. As soon as the knock came on the door, from inside the room, I went, Then I said really loudly, I was like, no, Benji, you've had yours, greedy boy. You go in the bathroom, and I slammed the door. Decent. But I went to the front door and opened it. It was a different fucking room service man. I hear you got a dog in there. You know, we got a menu just for dogs. Yes, I'm fully aware of that. You might smell it on my breath if you come close enough. So, of course, I ate the spaghetti bolognese. This was day one of my diet. I had spaghetti bolognese, I had eggs Benedict, and an entire bowl of dog food. It's not even the afternoon. So it's been a few years. It's been a few years since I've been here. It's been a few years since I've been on tour. Now here we are, 5 years. And you know why? Things would be amiss. I don't know the word. I don't think it would be right if we didn't talk about a little bit of time to what happened, because I do like shared experiences when it comes to comedy, and we certainly shared a pretty strange one. I'm referring, of course, to the pandemic. I can only tell you what happened to me. I lost it quickly. I lost my mind. I did a lot of Lego. I didn't expect to be doing much more Lego in my life. In lockdown, I found out my Lego age, 8 to 12. Quite sad. I got a 14 plus and had to abandon it. That was a dark day. I'm only 44. I can't be expected to finish this Lego. And I got more stupid as the lockdown went on. By the end, I was doing Duplo. I actually ordered Duplo. Also, I found out what happens to my hair, because the hairdressers were closed, and everybody, none of us thought this would be a thing, that we'd be forced to cut each other's hair. It's insane when you think about it. But it turns out that my hair is so beautiful that it doesn't drop. It just kept growing out. This was me in lockdown. My sons were the same. My wife's hair, I shouldn't say this because I feel bad, this is not good, because we were together a long time. But I'd never fully taken it in that she wasn't blonde. That's bad. I know that's bad. I knew she was going to the hairdresser, I just didn't know quite what was going on there. Now in lockdown, I'm living with this two-tone banana-rama reject. The Pillar Mountain would fall down now. Oh shit, it's you, sorry. So we were forced to cut each other's hair. So we did all, I don't know what you did, but I learned on YouTube how to be a hairdresser. Amazon delivered all the stuff because Amazon were a lifeline. You couldn't go shopping, so Amazon had to deliver everything. They would ring the bell and leave it on the doorstep. Then they would fucking run off because they're terrified. And then you would open the door. Crazy times. But then there was this thing, do you remember when people they were accusing them of stealing the packages because people would open, they were saying it was delivered, you get an email, and then you'd open the door, it wasn't there. And they suggested that maybe the drivers were stealing them because they were never coming face to face, and they started that weird initiative where they had to photograph you, and with your parcel. I don't know what you did, but it's odd when someone puts a camera in your face, you sort of naturally pose. Amazon have loads of photographs of me on my doorstep holding parcels. Sometimes I sort of put my foot on it and point. The first time it happened, I didn't know this was the thing. And I really embarrassed myself. There was a knock on the door. This guy, there was an Amazon man, I didn't know he was an Amazon man. He said, "Is that Lord Muckington?" I didn't realise he was just reading my name on the parcel. I thought he was excited because it was my house. I thought it was a nutter. It was a nutter. I said, yes it is. He said, "Can you open the door please? I need to take a photo." I didn't realise he wanted to take a photo because it was from Amazon. I thought it was just a psycho who wanted a selfie. And I thought I'd better just do it to get rid of him. So I said, "All right, I'm coming out." So I opened the door and I skipped around him for a socially distanced photo. I'm standing there in my parcel, grinning. He completely ignored me, photographed the parcel, got in his van and drove off. Just left me standing there. Weird guy. So I cut everyone's hair, and I have to be honest, I kind of love telling this story because it's extraordinary. It turns out I'm a natural. In a previous life, without a shadow of doubt in my mind, I was a hairdresser. I have never done anything I took to more naturally. I sat my wife on the office chair, I got it to the right height. I put my hands on her shoulders as I talked to me, what are we doing today? I was running my hands through her hair, I did the highlights and everything, I was doing this, I was doing layers, I was stabbing in with this, I was blow drying like this. At the end she tipped me, she gave me £5. But then I found out the curse of all of the world's leading stylists. You can't cut your own hair. Hairdressers, you can't cut your own hair. You can only cut other people's hair. For my wife, she had to do me. And I'm here to tell you, without a shadow of doubt in my mind, in a previous life, my wife was a farmer. She sheared me. She had these clippers. She wouldn't even let me sit on the office chair. She had me wedged on the floor, under her knees, stop wriggling. She was holding me by the bosom. Keep still, you'll only make it worse. Huge clumps of hair would shave you down for the summer, or you'll boil her, I managed to wriggle free and run off. She sent the dog after me. Round it up, come by, away. Luckily, a Chinese man was walking past and the dog rounded him up. And then my wife shaved him. I'm sure that was against perfect rules. Then we were released, weren't we, the first time? Do you remember that crazy time? After the first lockdown, they said, come on, you can come out to your houses now. Come on. We've opened up restaurants, put your masks on. Don't go near anyone. Come on, you're out now. We came out blinking into the light. My wife looking like she just walked out of a salon. Me with this side of my head shaved to the bone, and this side out like that. My sons on their phones, everybody in masks. Where are we going back? Go to the restaurant now, we've been released. So we went to our favourite restaurant, this Italian restaurant. Before lockdown, it was so nice there, we used to love it. The nice man that owns it, Giorgio, he was so friendly. He was a big, nice, friendly man. Every time he sees us, he's like, oh, Mr. Michael, funny man, eh? Come on. Big hug for Giorgio, funny man, come on. Good to see Mrs. McIntyre. What you do, huh? What you do with this man? You look better, am I right? Giorgio boy's right. Boy is so big now. High five, high five, high five. Everybody come on this table. Champagne, champagne. That was before lockdown. Now, Georgie was very, very much changed. He's standing outside his restaurant, he's got a mask on, and a visor over his mouth. He's holding a thermometer gun like this. It's like we're having lunch at the Starship Enterprise. We start walking towards him. Hey, Giorgio, get off! Fucking move! Not so funny now, funny man! You're fucking 40! So one by one, he has to shoot us all in the head to confirm we don't have a fever. 37.6. So we go into the restaurant, I say, go in, you can't go in, remember the virus is inside. They made restaurants in the road, not the pavement, the road. I was sitting on a double yellow line, I'm on a double yellow line. There's a patio heater, it's freezing. We all get given blankets. We're all in blankets, with masks on, under patio heaters, very shivering. Isn't it lovely? Isn't it so nice, guys? To finally be back to normality. There wasn't even a menu, there was a waiter hiding behind a tree. Use the QR code, but don't want card it. So we order some pizzas and pastas, I get the chicken. I cut the chicken open. It's bloody pink inside. It's dangerous. I've been hiding from a virus for 4 months. On the first day out, I'm going to get salmonella and die. This is just my luck. He died in the pandemic from COVID. No, he died on a double yellow line under a patio heater, eating an undercooked chicken in the Eat Out to Help Out initiative. Very sad demise. So I said to the waiter, excuse me, hello, this chicken is undercooked. Can you see it's pink, it's dangerous, it's not at the right temperature. I've had the decency, as have my whole family, to come to this restaurant ourselves at the correct temperature. I was 37.1. The least you can do is afford the same courtesy to this bird. Maybe Giorgio should be zapping the chickens and not the customers. Of course, I didn't say that. I'm a British person. We don't like to complain. I actually tried to heat it myself on the patio heater. Seems to be getting less pink. I'm going to have a bite. I got all of the COVIDs. The first one I got was in the first lockdown on my wife's birthday. Now, we all had lockdown birthdays, very depressing, there's nothing to do, it was either yours or your family, but it was my wife's, I tried my best. I got her nice flowers, I ordered them, I filled the house, night West Road, night white roses. I got up early before she woke up and I blew up all these balloons, these pink balloons, and I stuck them, sellotape all the way to the wall so she would open the door, follow the tunnel of balloons to the kitchen, big sign, happy birthday, all her presents, no surprises. Just like surprises. She has her wish lists at various websites, and I just buy what's on the wish list. So she just opens presents and goes, correct. That's the best. It's all linked to her email, so she knows what's coming, but she's happy because it's on her wish list. So we had a pretty good day. We had cake and we went for a walk and it was all good. She liked her wish list presents. But through the day I had this funny throat, you know, and it was tight. Happy birthday to you. Can I have another piece of cake? My wife's like, what's wrong with you? What's going on with your throat? It's like, I've just got a tight throat. It's fine. I'll go to the doctor maybe tomorrow. So, but we're in a pandemic, darling. You'll go today. It's like, it's your birthday. I don't want to ruin your birthday. It's like, no, this is serious. You should go and get that checked out. Because this was before we had all the home tests. But we all did at least 100,000 each. Because we lost our minds, do you remember? Because the symptoms kept changing. People were like, oh, I've stubbed my toe. I'm going to do a test to rule it out. I've got an itchy back. Well, don't come near me until you've done the test. How many of those swabs did we shove in our faces? I couldn't even do the throat one. My family were amazing. No problem at all. I couldn't even unpeel the swab. Just looking at it. Once you've got retching in your head. So I went to the doctor. He said, what's the problem? I said, I've got this. He said, put your mask on. He's got his mask on. Everything's a bit tense. He said, I've got this. He said, I'll do a test. He shoves it in. He starts walking away, like really fast, to the corner of his office. I said, what's the problem? He said, you've got it. You've got COVID. I said, oh my God, what am I supposed to do? He said, the first thing you need to do is get the fuck out of my office. So go home, isolate for 2 weeks. So I FaceTime my wife outside, with my mask and everything. She said, what's wrong? I said, I've got it, I've got the bloody COVID, I've got it. She said, what's the plan? I said, I've got to isolate for 2 weeks. She tried to renegotiate. She said, should we do 3 just to make sure? I
said, I'm so sorry I've spoiled your birthday. She said, you haven't ruined anything, it's fine. As long as you're okay. I said, I think I'm okay. She said, okay, you come home. I'll set up the bedroom for you. You come in there, you text me when you're there. I'll hide with the boys in the other room. And we'll stay away from each other. I'll give you some food. You come back upstairs. So I come back and I open the door. Very different scene now. My wife's gone, the boys are gone. Just the dog staring at me. Balloons everywhere. Bits of half-eaten cake as the movie paused. The dog's just like, what's going on? I was like, I've got COVID. He's like, is that serious? I think it's serious. Just shut up. I've had a roomie, you eat dog food. This is not the time. So I go upstairs. I go into the bedroom. There's water and, thermometer gun and all the stuff. Paracetamol. I FaceTime my wife. I'm back. Are you okay? I think I'm okay. Got a mask on, Joe. I've spoiled my birthday. She hasn't spoiled anything. I'm so I make it up to you. As long as you're okay, I think I'm okay. You get the vibe. Now, I don't know when it happened, because I'm going to be honest with you, it's all a bit of a blur. But at some stage during that afternoon evening, I had the horrific realization that I had blown up all of the balloons with the coronavirus. I had woken up early and blown all of the COVID from my lungs into at least 100 little pink COVID bombs that I had sellotaped to the walls of my entire staircase and kitchen. I had turned our home into a COVID storage facility. I firmly believe on this day that we were living in the most dangerous place on earth. There would have been people working in the Wuhan wet markets going, I wouldn't go around Michael McIntyre house. That man is crazy. So I FaceTime my wife. She picks up the phone. You can see all the balloons behind her. I'm like, she picks it up. She's like, hello. I'm like, shh. Don't move. Don't move. What are you doing, Michael? You're freaking me out. Shh. What's wrong with you? I said, listen to me. I blew up all of the balloons. I know, darling, I did the same for your birthday. It's not the biggest thing. No. With COVID. Then she got to, Now there's a new plan. Now I'm released. My wife and my sons, they have to hide in the spare room, and I'm out. My job is to burst all of the balloons and release the COVID back into the atmosphere. So I come out, I've got my pants on, I've got the mask on my chin, I go to the kitchen, I can't find the scissors. So I get a knife out of the block, I do a carving knife. Obviously I should go to the garden, because that's private, but it isn't private in my house, because we live on a slope, and I went outside to look, and the house next door, they're looking right at, that's their kitchen, dining area, and they're all there doing their Lego and shit, the whole way through, stay safe and all that. I can't suddenly be in my garden in my pants, with a massive carving knife, running around like a psychopath. Everything okay, Michael? Ah, yes, Martin, all good. Where are the family? They're upstairs. They're hiding at the moment, but I'm to tell them when it's safe to come out. Stay safe. So I went to the front door. I herded all the balloons. I unpeeled them from the walls. I herded them all to the front door. Then I opened the door. I started popping them like a man. It was quite satisfying. Just need a little drip. All the COVID being released. And of course, every time somebody walked past, I closed the door and I waited. And my carving knife. And then when they were gone, coast clear. Even when a car went past, I waited. This was going pretty well. I got rid of about half of them until, of course, inevitably, and you know what happened? Amazon came. Of course they did. They were coming in for 20 minutes anyway. So he started, the van pulls up, he starts walking down, just slam the door and wait. He comes on, he's like, hello, is that Michael McIntyre? I'm like, yes it is. He said, I've got a parcel, can you open the door, I need to take a photo. I said, no, I can't do that, I'm afraid. I've got COVID. I've actually got a lot of COVID. I've got more COVID in this hallway than you could possibly imagine. We might have accidentally stumbled upon the epicenter of the global pandemic. Run! Save yourself! But he didn't give a shit! He just said, don't worry, this has happened many times before. I'll up onto many houses with COVID. I'll just go across the road and I'll zoom in and take a photo. And he just walked off. And he just stood there on the other side with his camera phone. He was looking through the people. And he was just like a face-off. So all I can tell you is that it exists. There is a photo somewhere in Anderson's possession of me standing on my doorstep with my head shaved here, with this bouffant, a mask on my chin, surrounded by pink balloons, in my pants, holding a parcel with a carving knife behind my back. Ladies and gentlemen of Valley, thank you so much for coming out. Thank you very much. See you next time. It's too late now. Alright, you promised me you'll wear this to Jimmy Karski and sit in the front row. Alright, there you go. Thank you so much for coming. You get a program as well. Thank you very much.